Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This here is a little teeny tiny thing called Weeknights. Just, just a speck in the universe.
little something, you know, a
That's it.
little,
Little,
a little move, a little shake.
that's
Um,
it. You know what I mean? A little right step.
I'm I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B, and this is my co-host here.
Hair, yeah, there's a lot of hair right now. You're right. You are
This
absolutely right. This is your
my
co-host.
co-host
Desperately needs a haircut and a
JD,
shave.
aka he who pods, aka glasses on, so rear view mirror.
Yeah, I see it.
Um, I'm actually gonna switch it up from what we talked about. Gonna switch it up. With I think we should start with the subway.
Wayando.
I love going
Yo,
back. I
you
love
ever
going
been
back
to a
to
Spanish house party? Let me tell you something. If you go to a quote unquote Hispanic slash Spanish house party,
uh-huh.
and you hear some shit go, Wayando, it's about to go down when they play that shit. Whatever plays right after that shit goes, Wayando, it's crazy. Like it's about to be all the way turned up.
Well,
I'm telling you. All right, let me see if I can find it quick.
but that's like when you go to a Guyanese house.
I don't know enough Spanish music to just pull one up.
You know what? Oh gosh, you hear that or you hear
There's certain shit, yo, like you
no.
gotta know. See, I can't even find it. I put Wayando and like all this other stuff is coming up. See, I could put song.
Honestly, a certain beat too. When a certain beat drop, because it's all the same. When a certain beat drops, everybody kind of stops dead in their tracks. But okay, so I need to go to a Spanish house party. When's the next one?
I don't know. You gotta call one of those people. It thinks I'm writing something in English. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna hit one of my Spanish folks and report back real soon. Don't worry. But if you got a little Hispanic friend or a little Hispanic in you, you know when niggas drop that Wayando, that's it. That's the type of shit that comes on
They
next. It's
start,
like,
they
oh,
start kicking up their feet. What's funny is there if you go on TikTok right now, there are a lot of these videos. I told you of people
dancing in
playing
Spanish
Bad
in the
Bunny
street and shit.
for
Yeah, yeah.
for their for their aunties and their
That's
moms and
that's
their
why I said it.
grandmas
That's
and
why
their
as soon as you
grandpas.
said, let's talk about the subway, I hit you with the Wayando because that's the type of shit niggas be saying. When the shit says Wayando, that's exactly what's coming out next. As soon as it says Wayando, that's type of shit. I'm telling you.
That's when you start moving your hips.
I'm telling you, niggas be, oh, spinning niggas and shit. I'm telling you, man. They don't
Oh
want to
my
see.
gosh.
Come on, man.
What's funny is that we are we are so different, but we are so similar.
You know
Like
why? Because we're
culturally, I mean.
because we're all one, baby. And so, you know, we saw the same thing and we just had different views. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's so funny to me when you start talking to people about different cultures and you're like, oh, y'all got your little version of that
Right.
too? Yeah, okay. Totally
Like nigga,
understand.
everybody got an empanada. Every culture got an empanada from where we from.
Oh yeah,
Everybody.
absolutely.
Everybody takes dough and stuffs it with some kind of meat and maybe cheese combo. Everybody got a pot sticker, as the whites call it. You niggas all got empanadas. You know why? You know why. Speaking of empanadas, that's racist.
I've got little to say because that's beyond my scope of expertise.
You see, I call
So
myself out, right? Nigga said
yeah,
that's racist. Nigga said
no,
nigga said
I
that. Nigga
know.
said that. That nigga said that about himself.
Yep.
I had to beat the haters to it. You know what I'm saying?
You had to.
Because niggas would see this and be like, hey, man, you can't say that. I think Wayando proved otherwise. Anyway,
So
tell
Bad
him.
Bunny. Bad Bunny. Now I don't know the full backstory about why Jimmy Fallon. I assume Bad Bunny
Because
did
he's a
Jimmy
fucking
Fallon's show.
icon. That's why.
Well,
A
okay, yes.
legend. Or as the Joe Budden podcast would say, a great white. Tell me no. Go ahead. Argue it.
I sometimes wonder if this is what happens when I go on job interviews. Is it that they buy a podcast and they find these and find around and then they see the podcast? Yo, the thought has crossed my
Oh,
mind.
shit.
Okay.
And like we was just about to hire her and give her $150,000 a year and a crazy signing bonus, but I saw some guy moving his hips, and then right after that he said pot
White.
stickers he said pot stickers were white. And like 1 minute later he called Jimmy Fallon a great white, which I'm not offended by. I believe he's a great white too.
Right?
But you can't say that.
You can't say
How could
that.
we hire someone who sits across digitally from someone who does these things?
Oh,
Gyrating and saying things about the whites.
Yo, the thought has crossed my mind. Okay.
Yo, when this clip hits social media, oh my God, the fun times we gonna have with the edits.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right, listen,
I
man.
need
Let's
to
get to the
laugh.
point because we done wasted a whole pod already on jokes. Let me tell y'all. So Jimmy Fallon joined Bad Bunny, who was in the train station giving a hell of a performance to fans
Right.
as
So
a surprise.
he did the Tonight Show. That's
Okay.
how they linked up.
Me and the
He
RZA
did it.
connect.
He did in fact do the Tonight Show on Monday. And then apparently it looks like Jimmy Fallon, I guess maybe he posted. It doesn't say, I'm looking at People Magazine. It doesn't look like they didn't specifically say that he posted, but they quoted him and he said, "Hey guys, I'm in the 50th Street subway station right below Rockefeller Center with Bad Bunny. Now the two of us are about to go on the subway platform and start busking in disguise."
Love it. And they was getting busy.
And they're in disguise.
Getting busy.
They're in disguise, and they do. Oh my gosh, what song did they start with? Not a Bad Bunny song, but the first. Can y'all see this? Wait, let me try to show you. This is them in disguise. Can you see
Okay,
that?
well, only one person is on screen, so you got to move it. Yeah, there you go. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Bing, there we are. That is no, I said there we are, and you kept moving. It's good. It's good. Yep, that's a wild. I love it. I love it.
So that is how they
You
were
could also
disguised.
just send me that picture, and
I will.
but she gave y'all
So
some laptop love in real time.
I did. I did. So they performed with the Roots, and
Of course,
they sang "I Want It That Way" by the Backstreet Boys.
love it. Definitely Jimmy Fallon style.
Oh yeah, he was the lead singer on that one.
Or great whites.
and then they take off their disguises
Right.
and Bad Bunny starts to perform. So I
And
thought
the
this was
crowd went
they went
bananas. There were
crazy.
videos all over all the social media platforms, different angles, different songs, super fly stuff.
The thing I think that's cool about New York is that there's so many street performers. There's so many subway performers specifically
Right.
that people are so used to
We
stopping.
don't even blink an eye.
People
I
will
actually was
stop.
having the same conversation with my daughter like a week ago. No jokes.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy we watch on YouTube who
Mm.
we hope to run into.
Oh,
Apparently he
I
be
know.
at
Yeah.
apparently he be at the same 34th Street train station as us sometimes, as
Yeah.
us sometimes. And I'm like, where are we passing by him in the video? Because I know we had to pass by this dude at some point. And it's exactly how you said, just like, oh, people are singing. All right, yeah, but we gotta get you back to your mom. Let's just
Right. But also, people sometimes when you have a few minutes and somebody's killing it, you might actually stop. Or if something is interesting, you just want to say, I've found myself many times heading to work, when I used to go into an office, heading to work and passing by. I love when people play string instruments and they play like top 40 music and stuff
right.
like that. I love that. I always stop and take a video
Right.
or take a picture of it.
The cats
And
be up there just
right, right. But
y'all can see I don't know how to play shit, right? Y'all could tell.
well,
Only Guitar Hero. That's
the,
it. And not even that well, honestly.
the viola is like you would hold it up. You would hold it because it would go on your chin. Or the
Mm,
violin. I didn't
not
play the
by the
violin.
hair
I
on my
played the
chinny
viola.
chin chin.
Right, yeah. I played the viola. I can probably still play Do Wah Diddy.
Do
Um,
I diddy diddy dum diddy do.
or Mary Had a Little Lamb. Those were the only two songs I ever knew how to
I ain't
play.
singing now.
But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is imagine just stopping just because you wanted to take a photo or a video, just because
And
you saw something
here they
cool,
come pulling
and they
off their
start pulling off it.
disguises.
That would be wild. That would be so
It's
crazy.
Jimmy motherfucking Fallon and Bad Wayando Bunny. Come on, I couldn't give Bad Bunny. I couldn't just say Bad Bunny. Like
Yeah,
I had to
no,
throw
I
a
get
little
it.
sauce on his name
I
too.
understand. I understand.
And I know whoever really listens to Spanish music is gonna kill me in the comments because I know they're gonna say Bad Bunny don't make the kind of music that says Wayando. His music says whatever it says.
I'm gonna leave that for the
Listen,
people in the
listen,
comments. Thank you.
listen. I would love to talk
Sorry.
about you, the person in the comments. I would love to talk about it over some empanadas.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk. Let's grab some empanadas. Maybe at Empanada Mama. It's a cool spot.
Very cool spot. Yeah.
I think this is fly. Let me
Yeah.
just chime in 2 seconds because I ain't got much to
Thank you.
say. I
Um,
think this is fly. I think Jimmy Fallon is the man. I love what Bad Bunny is doing currently. Although
me-
I'm not a fan, I'm a fan of his actions. I think he's doing a phenomenal job and just showing why his star power is what it is. A man of the people. And I dig that.
well, it sounds like I know you're saying that people might be in the comments, but maybe give it a listen because it sounds like
The people in
it's
the comments or
no. Well, you whoever. It sounds to me like he tried to get back to his roots a bit with this album based on what he's been saying. I've not listened to previous Bad Bunny albums. I don't have any frame of reference other than what he has said. Um, so perhaps this particular album has exactly what you're talking about. Um, to me, that's what it seems like. Maybe not all of it, but some of it at least. But people can do their research and people can correct me. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about that. I'm not an expert on any of this. Um, but
I just know when niggas say Wayando, it's
that don't
over.
have nothing to do with me. That's what I'm saying from that. I don't have. I know music. I don't know anything else,
Telling you,
and
man.
this is not my area of
No, it says
expertise.
that on the record though.
No, I
I'm not
know
saying a
what you're.
person shouts Wayando, but that does happen too.
I
But
know what you're saying. I totally understand. I told you ours. One of ours is oh gosh.
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about something else it's a wrap for.
Mhm.
Cameron said, just yesterday when we were recording this, or the day before. Day before.
Yeah.
Cameron said just a couple of days ago, I'm never responding to this again. And I came up here and said, pretty sure I said it on the pod, but we also spoke about it off pod. So I guess we'll go back and find the clip if I did say it. But I remember telling you,
Yes.
I wonder is music gonna come into play?
You did say that. You
I
said that.
wonder is Jim Jones gonna drop a diss track of some kind?
You did.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jim Jones.
I want you to know one thing. Yeah. You gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are. Remind them you was strong. Remind them. Niggas play with your name, then you remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but niggas is lying on my God. So much work and I could get God on the job. I've been in the kitchen with chickens, but I'm just frying up the hard. I've been in powwows where they scream loud. I done walked out my building and I seen bodies. I've been in court, the DA is looking like he's seen Gotti. You know my niggas do their time, you know my team body. Been 7 years since I seen Shotty. Been 7 years since I saw Melly. Right now we got a fly straight cause he got 4 fellas. Nigga, I've been going to the tunnel since you saw Felly. I done been through the most. Niggas talking about we take blood, I had to spin for the coast. Shit, that was 20 years ago. I was just sitting with the toast. Niggas talking about they outside, but they put everything on the post. No, catching the house. We not jacking that. Got a place that we go that. We not packing that. You know we flip this whole shit like an acrobat. And everything that you want, coming back for that. Two more you wanna ask them. Niggas told me how to rap and I was platinum.
Niggas taught me how to rap, and now I'm black.
I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna be quick. For real this time.
Okay.
The beat is cool.
Soul samples. Gotta love it.
But I don't care about this. I don't.
Okay.
I don't care about Jim Jones responding to something that happened 1,011 years ago. I just don't. I don't care about Jim Jones talking about something that happened over 10,000 days ago. I just really, like, I just don't care. I feel like sometimes with Jim Jones, he tries to ride the coattails of, people who got other stuff going on. And I don't care. I don't. So I'm not gonna like deep dive into the lyrics or anything like that, or the fact that he even responded. I'm not interested. And I wish him well on his future endeavors. But that's all I have.
Okay. So you don't All right, well let me say this. Jim Jones now has an album coming, or maybe already had an album coming, but it's been made clear that Jim Jones will be dropping an album soon. You don't think this is a smart way to use that, I guess, momentum to roll out the album?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, but you're just not fond of it.
I don't care.
Okay,
I don't care that he's responding to Cameron. I don't.
you
I
would rather watch Mace eat popcorn and get.
Yes.
I know. I knew the answer. I knew the answer.
And I've always been a big fan of Mace, so I think I just always have like a special for Mace specifically, not Mace and Cameron, for Mace. But thanks. I didn't need this.
I got you. Oh, I think it's smart that he's using the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a smart move. I like that based off this snippet. This does not seem like a diss record. nothing in there really sounded like an FU or, you know, it was a response, yes, but it didn't seem off the snippet. I don't know what comes next, obviously, but
Treading
off
light.
the, huh?
He's treading lightly.
Right. It seemed like I'm gonna respond, but I'm also not gonna be disrespectful. And I feel like Cam wasn't really disrespectful either. So I don't think it really warranted a diss record or a rap battle. Just things happen.
He did out him as a Bronx native though. I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of people saying, "You ain't even know." Just thought that was
All right,
so
but let me ask you
stupid.
something. If my grandmother lives in a neighborhood and I constantly visit my grandmother and hang out in that neighborhood, I'm not allowed to rep that neighborhood.
So you think I'm gonna
I'm
use my?
asking. I'm not saying what I think. I'm asking you what you think. Don't try to use a reverse card and flip it on me, okay? Don't try to take the pancake and flip it.
From the time I was 2 to the time, I don't know, I was an adult, I lived in East Flatbush, right?
Okay,
Most of my childhood, especially the weekends and like weeks off of school, were spent at my great grandmother's house, Bed-Stuy.
right.
My other grandmother, Brownsville.
Okay.
I didn't really spend the night over there, but we'd be over there enough, right? I don't rep Brownsville and Bed-Stuy. I just don't. I'm not I'm not from there. Um
But that's what I'm
and
asking. You
and
think?
and
Oh, go
and the
ahead.
people and the people, my cousins who actually lived there, wouldn't consider me from Bed-Stuy either. So I just guess I never did because nobody ever claimed me like that, right? Like nobody was like, yeah, you Bed-Stuy or nobody was saying that about me. You know, it was very clear that like I was visiting, and I was not actually from the area. So no, I don't. I'm literally the person who went to my grandmother's house every weekend, and
But when you went there, was you just at grandma's house, or were you also hanging out in the neighborhood, making friends in the
I mean, we
neighborhood?
were outside. It was a bunch of us kids. So we were all outside, and we were not outside like that, but literally outside, playing outside and being in the neighborhood. Yeah, even summers, like I would be there all the time. And my parents would leave us there for days and then come pick us up when, you know,
But you wasn't gang
Sunday night,
gang.
whatever. I no, I've never repped Bed-Stuy. I've never repped Brownsville because I feel like if I did, the people who are actually from Bed-Stuy and Brownsville would call me on that shit.
They would get on a nationally syndicated, very popular
They'd pull me out.
podcast and say, you're not from Harlem.
And I think it's totally fine. You know why? Because I'm a Brooklyn girl through and through. Like it don't matter that I'm not from Bed-Stuy and Brownsville. Like that's
It's a little different with the Harlem thing, but I understand what you're saying.
well, they're from Manhattan and they don't want to have that conversation. But that's the truth.
Wayando.
Oh gosh. Diggy diggy ding.
Oh snap! All right, listen, Jim. The music sounds good. I think it's a smart move. I just don't want to keep hearing about y'all personal beef, man. Like,
Who cares?
well, I think people care because Dipset has a huge fan base. But if me and you have a bad falling out
Mhm.
and the pod ends and like people think, man, this was a great pod, we're sad it ended. I understand that people are gonna want to know, yo, but
What
what
happened?
happened? And especially if 10 years ago, or I guess 10 years after in this example, 10 years later, 15 years later, one of us is making comments about it. Oh, yeah, but this, that, the third, they wasn't paying me for editing, whatever. And then it keeps coming up. People are going to be invested. And so people are invested. People are really, really big Dipset fans. People have Dipset immunity tattoos. Like, it's a big
You got one?
cultural moment. I'm sorry?
You have one?
I do not. But I was a Dipset fan for a little minute. Um, Great music and fashion themes came out of there, and I think they did a phenomenal. They had a great run while it lasted, and so I understand people's desire to know what's going on and be invested, and people who are sad that these people are not unified and that there's beef of some sort. So I understand the fans' perspective, but also like we love y'all guys. We don't want to see y'all going back and
No.
forth. Like, yeah, not the two rappers we want to hear exchanging. That's all. I mean, don't get me wrong. That Cameron shit was highly entertaining.
Oh, listen, I love mess. So if there's mess, I'm here for the mess. But I just don't like
There's
this
got to be a limit to the mess.
him him rapping in the camera like this and all of that was going on. I don't give a
That was
damn.
actually a really good imitation right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I wish him well. Like I wish I cared. It was a funny moment. Like I don't even know if I would have cared as much to watch Cameron talk about it if it wasn't for the Mace intro, you know? So that's why I'm like, I don't on a normal day I probably would have just passed this story by
Oh man, I
and just
think I
been like,
think it's
fuck.
possible that the Michael Jackson eating popcorn and Thriller gif might be replaced by Mace eating
Gotta
popcorn.
be. Gotta
I
be.
think it's. I think I vote for that upgrade
You
or
gotta let
update. Maybe it's not an upgrade, but an update.
yeah, you gotta let Mace get his shine on that one because that was
Come on, man.
hilarious. But
Right
yeah.
up with pulled right up with the bucket. Should do that next time we pod. I should have
I
just
know.
pulled up to this pod with a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah, you should.
Mine would have been AMC though.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I wanted to say it the other day, but I was trying not to be petty.
Yeah. No,
But
I know.
today, oh well.
Today's petty.
Today's
All
petty.
right.
All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here. This has been Weeknights. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
being here. Let us know what kind of empanadas you like to make. Let us know what your culture calls your empanadas, your pot stickers, quote unquote. Let us know if you know any of the songs that start with Wayando. Um, I said that's all I got, man. Yeah, have a good one. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Adios.